I'm Serge Dubs from Alsace in France, and I'm chef sommelier of the, I think, the famous Auberge de L'Ill in Alsace. I would like to share a few moments with you, and maybe I let you discover 3 different bottles. Bottles that I like, but also bottles that makes you dreaming, and I hope have you the pleasure one time here to let you taste them, because they are very special. I have 2 Alsace wines. I have one which is very, very well known. It's one of the most famous label you have. It's a Riesling, coming from the famous producer Trimbach. And this Riesling is the Clos Sainte-Une. It's an 83. 83 is a top vintage. And Clos Sainte-Une is coming from a top slope, from a Grand Cru slope, Grand Cru Rosacer. As you see, this wine is still alive, still a lot of fruitiness, a lot of expression and a complexity on the mineral side. It's a dry wine. It's certainly between the best Riesling you can find in the world. And we are lucky. We have this wine in several vintages. So, as you know, in Alsace, we have young wines, but we have well-keeping white wines. And just to prove it to you, you know this famous vintage, 1947. You have here an example of, I think, one of the best Rieslings that I ever tasted. It's coming from Preis-Henny. And can you believe that this wine is still young, fresh, fruity, but it's smooth, round, elegant, fine, and very, very long aftertaste. This certainly can be the objective of your trip to come to Alsace. Alsace is a pretty region where you have top gastronomy and top white wines. So, of course, you know, in Alsace, people like to drink Alsace wines, but at Auberge de L'Ill, we also have a big wine list. We have 70,000 wines in our cellar, coming from everywhere, coming from France, from Europe, Germany, Spain, Italy, and even the other world, the new world that is coming. But I have something very special to show to you. You know certainly the region of Burgundy. And in Burgundy you have the famous Domaine de la Romanée-Conti. And this famous Domaine de la Romanée-Conti has, of course, the Richebourg. The most well-known Domaine de la Romanée-Conti. And we have a very, very old bottle, 1937. Can you believe that this wine is still wonderful? I was very happy and lucky to taste it 7 times. And this is very special because the vine plant that are used to produce this wine are the original vine plant before the phylloxera disease. They are French roots. That's why it's very special. That's why it's even so good. It was more tannic, it's more concentrated, but it's something very special. From us in Auberge de L'Ill have this type of bottles. Of course, it's very special. Of course, it's expensive. But this is history, is wine love. And you know, today, when you are coming to Auberge de L'Ill, you are able to taste it. But we have nearby 1,000 different wines on our wine list. And so you can taste wines starting from 36 euro until 8,500 euro. And all are real interesting. So I would say I would have very fun, a lot of pleasure to have you in Auberge de L'Ill with our gastronomy, our top wines, and I feel good. I love sommelier, I love my job, and I love to meet a lot of people. And I know that throughout the world there are people who has a passion of wine and gastronomy. I'm waiting for you. Hello!